The bug that cost $440 million. On August 1st, 2012, one software mistake almost destroyed a financial company. Not over a year, not over a month, in less than 1 hour. A trading system started buying and selling stocks at insane speed, and by the time people understood what was happening, the damage was already close to $440 million. The company was called Knight Capital. It was not a small startup. It was a major market maker, and its systems handled huge amounts of trading activity every day. That is what makes this story so dangerous, because the disaster did not begin with a hacker. It did not begin with a dramatic cyber attack.
It began with something much more ordinary. A software deployment. A technical update. The kind of thing that happens inside companies every single day. Knight was preparing its systems for a new trading function. But during the deployment, the update was not installed correctly across all servers. Some machines received the new code. Some did not. And inside the system, an old piece of functionality was accidentally triggered. The result was catastrophic. The software began sending orders into the market automatically, over and over again, buying high, selling low.
Creating positions the company never intended to take. At first, it looked like strange market activity. Then it became clear something was seriously wrong. The system was not just making one bad trade. It was making many of them. Fast. In multiple stocks. At machine speed.
And this is the terrifying part about automated systems. When they work, they are faster than humans. But when they fail, they are also faster than humans. A mistake that would take a person hours to make manually can happen in seconds when software is allowed to act without strong controls. People often call this story a software bug, but that is too simple. The code was only one part of the failure. The real problem was the system around the code. Deployment controls, testing, monitoring, emergency shutdown procedures, human review. A bug can exist in almost any company, but a bug becomes a disaster when there are not enough layers to stop it. That is what happened here.
The software made the mistake, but the process allowed the mistake to become massive. Knight eventually stopped the system, but by then, the company had already built huge, unwanted positions. The loss was reported at around $440 million. For most companies, that would be painful. For Knight, it was existential. The firm needed emergency financing just to survive. Its reputation was damaged. Regulators investigated, and the incident became one of the most famous examples of how software risk can become financial risk. The lesson is not that automation is bad. Automation is powerful.
Software can do things humans could never do manually. But the more power you give to a system, the more dangerous weak controls become. A small mistake in a small system is usually just annoying. A small mistake in a high-speed financial system can become a disaster. The same applies outside trading. Payments, banking, healthcare, logistics, AI tools. Any system that acts quickly at scale needs strong limits. Because when something goes wrong, speed turns a small error into a large one. The Knight Capital story is not really about one broken program. It is about what happens when companies move faster than their controls.
One forgotten piece of code. One incomplete deployment. One missing safety layer. And suddenly, hundreds of millions of dollars are gone. That is the strange truth about software. Most of the time, it feels invisible. quiet, hidden behind screens. But when it fails at scale, everyone sees it. One mistake, machine speed, $440 million.